What is going on, everybody? Philip here from the Figure Bros, bringing you guys another review. Today, we are taking a look at, I think, arguably the best 2-pack to actually come out from the Gamerverse. This is the Captain America and the Venom 2-pack from Marvel Legends Gamerverse. I think out of all the 2-packs, I think this is the one that is the most anticipated, the most sought after 2-pack. So we're going to be getting right into this review really quickly, but please, of course, hit that like button. If you're new, consider hitting that subscribe button. Don't forget to also hit that notification bell so you guys never miss when Jared or I drop a video. Now, of course, before we get into this and actually get the characters and the figures out, I do want to kind of show off some of this little box presentation because I really do enjoy a good box. And Marvel Legends definitely put a lot of focus into these boxes. They look really good. I do like the little health bars up here. Of course, we can actually get Venom and Cap. And of course, you get Wolverine, Samurai, War Machine, and Omega Red, which is, of course, the other 2-packs that you can get from the Gamerverse. You get a little bit of side art, good window view. Just want to go ahead and touch on this a little bit before we get them out of their box. Now, of course, let's go ahead and get them out of the box and see how these two action figures stack up. All right, now for this review, we're just kind of breaking this down into 2 mini reviews. So the first review we're going to get right into, the first figure we're going to look at, of course, is the Venom. Now, the first thing I do want to talk about with this Venom is how beautiful that, like, half unmasked, half Venom head looks like. That is gorgeous right there by Hasbro. Really, really like this. It's something that a lot of the fans have been clamoring for. Like, hey, listen, why can't you just give me, like, we've always seen, like, We Are the Venom type of face imposing and stuff like that. Like, why haven't we gotten more of this out of Hasbro, right? Eddie Brock always infamously always says, you know, we are Venom with half the face of Venom and half the face of Eddie Brock. And this is a very, very, very good one by Hasbro. The head sculpt on this is gorgeous, in my opinion. So, A+ stuff there from Hasbro. So, let's go ahead and get into the articulation a little bit. For the head, actually, you know, before this review actually goes off, we're going to put the alternative head on because I feel like that's going to be a little easier for us to do this review with. Now they've got the alternative head, which also looks really good, like the green on the Venom tongue right there. Let's go ahead and get into articulation. So it can look up about that much, pretty good. It can look down about that much. It's your pretty much standard. This body right here kind of feels like a Build-A-Figure body for sure. Definitely a lighter plastic. You guys can see bicep cut, double jointed elbows, which gets way better than 90 degrees. We really like that a lot. There is a butterfly joint right there, as you guys can see. It's a really, really nice butterfly joint. As you guys can see, you get an extra pivot on the inside there. Really good. Looks good, feels good, moves really, really well. So yeah, you could definitely see how, like, articulation is very good. When I say this feels like a Build-A-Figure figure, I mean, like, the weight of this. This is not a heavy plastic Venom at all. It's not like the Venom that we got earlier this year, which was very heavy and taller. Ab crunch, about that much down. Pretty good. It can go back about that much, so it definitely gets some really good lean back action right there. Shout out to Fat Joe. Splits, we don't really get a whole lot. Now, this is a little disappointing because for splits, this could have been easily fixed by making a little bit of a gap right there, so you can kind of cut it inward that way. But as you guys can see, as far as the splits, he ain't getting much out of that. So a little disappointing, kind of feels like a little outdated right there. But it can kick back or kick out forward that much. It can kick back about that much. Of course, we got the thigh cut that you guys can see. Right? There's a thigh cut there, right? No, tell me there's no thigh cut. Really? There's no thigh cut? There's feels like there's a thigh cut there, but my thigh does not want to move. There it is. Okay. Maybe run this under some hot water. Man, this thigh is tight. There we go. Ugh, damn, that's a tight thigh. Knees, double jointed knees, really good there. And then, of course, the ankle rocker, that's pretty good as well. That can go all sorts of direction about that much and can go down about that much. So pretty good there. Articulation can definitely be a little better. I would, especially in the legs, as you guys can see. As far as the arms go, they move pretty good, and the arms are really good for articulation. I would definitely run this on some hot water, man, because mine is very stiff, as you guys can see. Kind of moving it is not easy. Let's talk about the detail. The alternative head that I already have on there, pretty good. I like the green that's on the tongue right there. The blue shading of this Venom is really good. I prefer the more classic Venom look, but for the video game Marvel vs. Capcom, this is a pretty good light shaded blue Venom, and it looks really good. Jared and I have always talked about, too, we can definitely use some more shading on all our figures. I think good shading always brings out the best in a figure. I will also say, too, the muscle definition, the proportions of this Venom, pretty solid, pretty damn good. Of course, as far as accessories go, this is the alternative head. If you guys just didn't catch it, and maybe you skipped it, here is the other head that it comes with in the box, which I think is absolutely beautiful. So details do matter. Details are really good. And then, of course, for other accessories, we get 2 different types of hands. So you get more of like a clawed, and then you get the more of like the index finger, a little more curved. Breaking of the knuckles right there. So it's okay as far as accessories go. Venom, pretty good. Solid, nothing really to complain about too much here. There is something I do wish that this Venom did come with that I'm going to go ahead and talk a little bit about now here. And my biggest gripe with this Venom is, and I'm going to go ahead and put a photo of it right here so you guys can see. In the video game, he does a certain move where he kind of like uses his hands to clamp down, or he uses like tendrils. I think that was kind of missing with this Venom. I feel like we needed some kind of extra special effect to kind of show off that video game-esque vibe from this Venom. I think that's kind of missing here, and I don't think it would have costed Hasbro too much more money to kind of add that kind of special effect. The half-mast head, basically, of Eddie Brock and Venom, really, really good. This alternative head, really, really good. I'm just missing one at least special effect, one special move that actually shows off the Marvel vs. Capcom-esque Venom. I think that's the only thing that we're kind of missing here, and I don't think it would have been that difficult to add in here. Maybe some extra sharp tendrils, or maybe like that little, like, maybe you can rip off like a peg here and a peg here to make them show off that special effect of like the claw chomping-esque Venom. I don't know what the moves are called. I mean, I don't have that off the top of my head, but I feel like that it was missing from this figure here and from this Venom. Other than that, I gotta say, he definitely feels really big. He's a little bit of a lighter plastic Venom, which is kind of nice, actually, to be honest with you. I thought he was gonna be a little bit heavier. The muscle mass, the body proportions, pretty good. Articulation, a little outdated, but everything else we pretty much get here is pretty solid. The final score I would give on this Venom is a solid 7.5 out of 10. Had we gotten those special effects, probably would have taken this Venom to an 8.5, but we're kind of missing that here. So now let's go ahead and move over to Captain America, which I think is actually the beacon and the most positive sign of this 2-pack. All right, now that we got Cap here, let's go ahead and take a look at Cap. We're going to go ahead and go through the articulation for Captain America here. He can look down, again, about that much, all pretty much the same kind of stuff. But he actually does get a little bit better of articulation, I believe. So, arms out that much, bicep cut. Almost perfect almost better than 90-degree angle. We get actually a perfect 90-degree angle. You could see right here on the inside, that's the only thing that's holding him. He probably can get it if he didn't have those little wrists right there. Butterfly joint, we do get a butterfly joint as well, so he can really reel it back there, which is great for someone who has a shield, right? Which is something we want, so he can really gear up and throw it. I do wish it came out a little bit more. As you guys can see, let me see if I can get him to touch hands here. I don't think he can. Never mind. He can pretty much touch hands. You got to force it a little bit, but they can pretty much touch hands. I do wish we could throw it out a little bit more on the inward side, but that's okay. Still pretty good butterfly joints right there. Ab crunch, really not a whole lot going forward. A little bit better going backwards. Legs, here we go. This is kind of what I'm talking about. So, see how nice and easy that was? I don't know why we couldn't have get that with Venom. Captain America here feels like it's like the more updated body. I definitely think they definitely put a little more focus on the Cap, and I got a lot of more positive things to say about this Cap as we continue to go through articulation. So he can kick out about that much, kick back about that much, really smooth. There is that beautiful thigh cut joint right there. That's actually a lot better than the Venom. Knees better than 90 degrees, of course. Ankle rocker, again, all the same stuff right there, and can go down about that much. What I was trying to say about this Captain America, I think there's a better effort here with Captain America. The first thing I also want to talk about is the sculpt, the detail of this Cap. My God, this Captain America is almost perfect. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I do think if you wanted a one-and-done Cap, I really do think the Gamerverse will definitely fit that nice budget one-and-done type of Captain America. We've seen a couple of Captain Americas come out now here in the last couple of years. Most famously, we had the Carback one from Marvel Legends. We also had Mezco's Captain America. I was not a fan of the Mezco Captain America. This one I am definitely a big fan of, and I really like this Captain America. I think this guy can definitely fill a void on the shelf, and I also think if you just wanted to be a one-and-done cap, I really do believe this Gamerverse Captain America will fill that void where you can be confident that, hey, I bought this Captain America. I really don't need another Captain America in my collection. I think I found a really good one. And again, you won't be spending an arm and a leg. The detail on him is beautifully done. I love the paint. I love the single star right there. His belt, really good. Really good in the back as well. Of course, we get the hole for the shield, which I'll talk about here in a little bit. But yeah, and talking about some shading and the muscle definition, it is really good from head to toe. It is a very, very, very good Captain America. For his accessories, we actually do get an alternative head, which is really good, which I'll go ahead and show him on the body as well. Go ahead and take a couple seconds to pull that off. There we go. Let's see, Venom was a little hard to put on. There we go. This one, not so much. So look at that, man. Look at that. Let's go ahead and straighten him out a little bit. Beautiful. I really like this video game-esque open mouth Captain America face. It looks really good on the body. The other thing we also get too, we get actually a pair of the thumbs up hands. Again, we get a pair of them, so you get one for left and right. And of course, my favorite part is this right here. So many times Marvel Legends has made a Captain America shield, but for some reason their proportions on these shields have always been just dramatically off in my opinion. I feel like this one is the appropriate size. I do wish it was still a little bit bigger, in my opinion. I wish it was, but I still think it's an appropriate size, which I think most people will find that to agree upon that for sure. And you guys can see it has the wrist pegs that you can just put on there. So again, it looks really good right there. The shield is perfect. I love this, and I love this shield smashing effect right here that we also get. So of course it has the wrist peg, and of course you want to put it on his back. You can absolutely do that, as we have it right there. There's the hole. It pegs right in pretty easily. But I also want to show you how easy this is, because I think some people might get a little confused. You will see there's two ridges. This is a very soft plastic, so don't be afraid to kind of give it that little bit of force, and then hear that snap. Once you hear that snap, you are good to go. And look how beautiful that is. This is why I said I think the MSRP for this is $65. If you want to say Venom is $35 and this cap is $30, I think that's a really good price. If you want to switch it around, say Venom was $30 and this cap was $35, again, I think that's a really good price just for this cap alone. $35 is a great price for this cap, and I think this could definitely easily be a one and done cap. For size difference, by the way, too, here you go. I think easily Venom is the $35 figure, and I think Cap is $30. Also, too, be sure to look on Target.com, because I was able to get this for $44, and I was able to stack up a couple of rewards and coupons where I ended up paying just $26 for this 2-pack, which I think for me, it's the steal of the year. I think Cap is a beautiful cap. Final score for Cap, 9 out of 10. Venom, I said, was a 7.5. So again, both of these scores, I think it's an easy 9 out of 10 2-pack. This 2-pack definitely serves a couple of things in your guys' collection. Number one, you're going to get a different variant of a blue shaded Venom, which I'm all for. This Venom, really good. And just for that Eddie Brock head alone, I would be worth picking up for. And then, of course, you get this gorgeous cap, which I am a big fan of this one a lot. Both of these characters, really good, really well done, Hasbro. I think this is the best 2-pack to come from the Gamerverse. Of course, we'll see what else they decide to release as far as 2-packs go. But I think of the War Machine, Omega Red, that one's pretty good as well. The Wolverine and the Silver Samurai, you probably just want the Wolverine. But this 2-pack, you definitely want both figures, and you definitely want this cap, because I think this cap is a must-have. The 2-pack in general, in my opinion, a must-have. But what do you guys think? You guys think this was the 2-pack that you gotta have in your collection? Let me know how you guys feel about it down below in the comment section. Please, if you made this far in the video, hit the like button. And as always, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. See you guys next time.